tonight. Shield my forces against the evil forces, that I may wonder to see many sunrise and many sunsets. Amen. All right, be seated, brothers. What we mean when we talk about sunrise and sunset is each day. On this table tonight is a survival protection ointment. It's an ointment that our ancestors used millions of years ago on the continent of Asia, Africa, and as well as North America. If you were in a tribal society tonight, you would not have an opportunity to be with me because I would be in the council of the elders. But we are still a tribal people. We have come way in America where our rights have been taken from us. We have been indoctrinated with other methods of rheumatism and arthritis, what we call the false doctrine. Jesus of Nazareth, who went to the school in Egypt during his time that he was lost in his 33 years as members of the Healing Society, he spent 6 or 7 years studying in India and in Egypt. And he went to the mystical schools to study the art of healing. To be a heavy herbal student, which this is your last ointment that you should know about. It's not what you give, because it will double whatever you have give. See, the idea in a world, you have to give automatically to receive. On this table is something that many of you, after tonight, will be able to put it together. But let me tell you, never make this ointment if you evil. Never make it when you upset. Write it down, because I ain't coming out on no emergency. You be in a mini trip. You talked about high on LSD. We're talking about our spiritual trip. You'll be floating for years to come, and very seven, you will think that the demons have got you. You understand? But you can use this ointment here, this survival protection ointment, because we are trying to survive. Ain't that right? We are in a deadly winter state. Look like summer. Every time you try to do something, the forces come ahead of you. But I thought I would wait until after the eclipse. And the eclipse have already come. And it clipped a lot of folks. And it's still clipping them. But this is what I have always used. I have always carried this with me. I've been able to come among people who said that they were super heavy. But my stuff was heavy enough to keep a shield around me. Now, this is blessed thistle. This is the rod of the earth. It's the symbol of the earth because it's a member of the thorn family. And it grows sometimes just as a strip. And in the fall of the year, we will show you how to strip it and bring it. It comes about the size of your thumb, bigger your thumb. But here now we have a basic to start this oil off. We have the sunflower seed, which is a representative to the sun. All right? What planet governs the sunflower? Now look on your little paper there. What planet governs the sunflower? You right, Joe? You think the sun governs sunflower? All right, is you right? Do the sunflowers governed by the sun? That's right. It faces the sun, and when the sun go down, it still faces. So blessed thistle is in the sunflower family. It is one of the heaviest of all. It is so heavy when it dries you cannot touch it. Look at it. The top of it has a blue flower which cures syphilis and cancer. We're going to put the whole mixture into the grease here now. Let it fry. Now, this is an ointment. I want you to see. See? You don't have to worry about buying this because this grows all over the world. This can be used as a green. This here cooked with tame greens and other greens, it has a supreme taste of the tongue. Now we're going to put it in. I want you to see it. We're putting it in here now. And now the next comes the herb called devil's shoestring. Look at the shoestring. It's not too big, but look at it. You break it up now. Put it in here. You got to have the devil's shoestring because this takes the devil forces from you. Next comes the Solomon seal, 2 ounces of Solomon seal. You're going to smell something here soon. You put it in the pot. 2 ounces of Solomon seal. 1 ounce of rue, R-U-E, rue. Now, this is 1 ounce of rue. Put it in the pot. All right. And the last will be lobella in its natural green state, which itself is detoxis and an LSD plant. All right, now, we're going to put them in the pot and let them boil. Now, when they have boiled, then we will strain them through a white sheet, an old sheet, so that it be nothing left. Look at the sheet. See the crumbs of the sheet there? You will strain them. Now this, in some beeswax, they have paraffin. They have chemicals in them. This is a beeswax, has no chemicals. This is pure white beeswax. We're not going to put the whole box in there, but we're going to put enough in there to make it as an ointment so you can rub it in your third eye. Where's your third eye? All right. So you're looking at this. This here little box of beeswax is so pure it would cost you $9. But it's heavy, though. It's heavy. You'll smell the pot. This ointment is used for to protect you. Sometimes when you're in a strange neighborhood, you're in a strange environment, you can rub it here or either here. It will put your ears like antennas of television. To travel in the world, let me tell you something. This is a $1 billion secret. To travel in the world, you must be ready to travel. You must know how to use forces to keep them away from you. Ain't that right? Not that you're trying to be a smart, woolly-head person, but you got to have your stuff together. Because if you ain't together, they will come after you. There are scriptures related in the Bible. They're not in poems. They are not in songs. Which would be the heaviest part of the Bible if you had never was a scholar? Not Revelation, not Revelation. Not Isaiah. See, all of you have got a Bible at home, ain't that right? Raise your hand. You got a Bible. How many of you have read the Bible? You misread it. That's what you did. You didn't read it right. You overlooked it. All right. How many of you know what Malachi is in the Bible? You didn't read it? Have you ever heard a preacher talk about Malachi? Well, every 10 years he'll mention the chapter. I want you to go home tonight. This is after a full moon. I wasn't with you during a full moon. Wasn't that right? It was a full moon in Sagittarius, 23 degrees. That's in the fire of the rain. This is why these people are flipping outside. This is why you had a 500-mile-an-hour hurricane. It snowed in Johannesburg, South Africa. I told you it was coming. We're going to have an earthquake here soon. Will be 16 on the Richter scale, but it won't do no damage, but it will set the mechanism for the heavy. Now, this ointment, you smell it? We're going to let it fuel him. We ain't going to have much. You don't need too much of this. Sometime a little bottle of this is worth millions of dollars. It ain't money, but what it do. See, when your grandma and your grandpa, see, if you were a member of the altar, the secret altar, and you went to a place and you wanted your clients to get out, you have to have your little juju bag ready. And in Malachi, you look in the book of Malachi, look through the chapters. I can't say what it is, but look through the chapters. You women should definitely look through Proverbs. For every problem, for every problem that you got in this Western world, on this planet Earth, it's related to the Scripture. And if you're a Muslim, you can find it in the Koran. And if you're Hebrew, you can find it in the tablet. Oh, yeah, y'all don't read. You understand? The same, all the religions come under the same prophet. No different. But you got to have faith. Listen, you can't go nowhere in this world unless you give some things away. People ask me sometimes, some of my students be here training under me, they say, Dr. Mo, you are always giving stuff away, and they don't never give you nothing. I said, you don't know what they don't give me, because all the time you are not here. And when you're here, you still don't see. I might not get it in financial, but I might get it in other ways. Let me tell you, today I was sitting here, I was just relaxing. The man asked me, have you got your little box yet from Haiti? I said, it ain't got here yet, but I'm waiting. He said, well, it will be here. See, let me tell you, I know that heart trouble was coming. I know that heart trouble is going to get a lot of us, because at times my heart feels heavy. I didn't ask you to come up with no money, because when you ask dog folks for money, they get insulted. They don't want to contribute to nothing worthwhile. So I told the brother to bring the medicine on back here. It was a sister told me last week that she wanted to get in herbal business. See them 2 boxes? I'm waiting on her to come pick them up. You sure can't have them boxes on the subway. No money. Money is not everything. I have less money than anybody in Harlem. Some days I have no more than 50 cents, but the next night I'll allowed to have $40,000. Because you never know where I get my money. Sometimes I don't even know where I get it. It comes strangely myself. What they lay it on the table and walk out. Ain't no need of me choking them down. You understand? They are. But I'm telling you, I have used this ointment for 46 years. And it worked. It worked for Dr. Mo. It worked for Hobo Mo. So if it worked for me, you ain't nothing but hobos too. That's all. Y'all just home guard hobos. And I thought I'd pass it on to you, because sometimes you can dress this hand here, and you can carry it to places. I had a sister who recently come here, and she said her customers was going out fast as they were coming in. I went out in the little closet, and I hadn't her about. She called me a couple of days and said now she have to run them out. We used to dress the tree of life right yonder. It was so dressed up that a brother had a meat house. This is heavy. They quit going in there behind the pork chops and the bacon. He went out of business. He come over and told me, Dr. Moe, I'm going to give up the stove. Since you come here, something wrong. He said, I haven't had no more customers. They even passed by. He said, I tried to sell pork chops for 15 cents a pound. They still walk by. The vibration. Using certain forces in a spiritual vibration. One of the heaviest gods in Cameroon is not a statue. It's a little old god with a grass hula skirt on. Some folks stole it. They say, oh, they give the natives some money and some psychedelic beads and underwear, and he was all made him drunk, and he went and got the god in the little grass hut, and they brought the god. Listen, they had the cat back. Oh, it's heavy. I laughed. Oh, the New York Times had a whole talk about this white fella. He said, if I can just get over there, he chartered a whole jet. He said, I'm going to carry it back. The day that the gods left Cameroon, it didn't rain no more in the country. But the chiefs, the elders, and the root doctors and the herbal doctors across the country went to the hills. And they put something on this country. Because anybody who had something to do with it, they lost all their business. Most of them got killed accidentally, strangely, everything. Just like when you go into the tombs of Pharaoh, you don't know what to say and what to do. That's your last tomb. You won't be crushing no more seals. Books are heavy. Knowledge is heavy. Look at it. Look at the blessed crystal. Look how it withers. Wanted you to see. Look at the thorns are still with it. The substance, look at it, cooking away. Moses stole this stick before Pharaoh. This was a shepherd, the rod, nation. Certain flowers have certain powers. Even the dog has EXP power. The cockroaches, the rats, everybody used their forces but us. We are waiting on pie to come out of the sky. Ain't no pie going to come out of the sky. You're going to leave this earth if you are not right. You know why you die? Because you give up in life. Some of you give up even in the living. One lady said the other day she knows she's going to walk into heaven. I said, well, I don't think you're going to walk because you're a landlord. And they don't allow landlords in heaven. You have to realize this. Heaven is like a mine. But even Jesus used protection. I want to open my book here while this ointment is sizzling. It's going to light this house up. This is taken from the occult books of the law between right and wrong. And this is used in the time of Egypt, just before Egypt was declining. Men of high knowledge and high wisdom took the book and went into exile because they know that the country was coming. Here are some of the heavy herb families related to the occult of herbs and healing. The Rose, R-O-S-E, the Rose family, that's all of the Rose families, and the highest of those Rose families will be meadowsweet, M-E-A-D-O-W-S-W-E-E-T, meadowsweet. The next will be wild raspberry. And the last, which is supreme in the field of healing, as well as one of the best in the world for cirrhosis of the liver, any kind of liver trouble, is agamonis, A-G-R-I-M-O-N-Y. Now we're going to talk about the flax family, F-L-A-X, F-A-M-I-L-Y, the flax family. These are the two greatest of the flax family. Flaxseed, sesame seed, and cantaloupe seed. The highest in the carrot family, which Jesus used this during the time of his healing process, was an ointment. And one of the carrot family ointments is called Wooden, W-O-O-D-S-A-N-I-C-L-E. What is that? How many of you ever had Seneca? You never had a cup of tea of it? It's a member of the carrot family. That's right. A carrot that you eat. Seneca will knock arthritis into the cemetery. Make a note to get you a little Seneca and have it as a cup of tea. The gentry, G-E-N-T-I-A-N, the gentry family. One of the great herbs in the gentry family is century, C-E-N-T-A-U-R-Y, century. But the best in the gentry family is called buckbean, B-U-C-K-B-E-A-N, buckbean. Look into your herbal book. Look into anything that's related to the buckbean. Then many of you will be free from cancer of the uterus. All right? The dead nettle family, the dead nettle, D-E-A-T-N-E-T-T-L-E family. You want to remember this? Look through your books, because at times I'm not going to talk more about this. One of the great herbs of that is the black horehound. Black horehound, H-O-R-E-H-O-U-N-D. White horehound. And the supreme plant in the nettle family for all kind of pain, any kind, is called ground, G-R-O-U-N-D, Ivy, I-V-Y. The supreme that suppresses stress, also cools the heart down, wood, W-O-O-D-B-E-T-O-N-Y. The last will be red sage and hyssop, H-Y-S-S-O-P, hyssop. That's in the dead nettle family. D-E-A-D, dead nettle family. Yes, it's like Del. Now we come to the supreme. This is the supreme honey, but very few people will ever get it. This is the buttercup family. I'm going to give you the Latin name of this, because someday you go in there and talk about buttercup, these folks know what to be talking about. Here's the Latin name, R-A-N-U-N-C-U-L-A-C-E-A-E. Let's go again. The Latin name of the buttercup family is R-A-N-U-N-C-U-L-A-C-E-A-E. That's one word, a Latin name. The supreme buttercup family roots were used by spiritual peoples throughout the South and still used as black snake root. Golden seal, bayberry bark, and witch or hazel. witch, W-I-T-C-H, witch of Hazel. We are now approaching the 21st century, ain't that right? We're supposed to have been in it, but now we are approaching it. These are the heavy herbs related when the herbs have shifted in the field of occult and spiritual protection. I will go slow. We will start in the sunflower family. The first one, gravel root, G-R-A-V-E-L, gravel root. Yar, Y-A-R-R-O-W, mudwort, M-U-G-W-O-R-T, mudwort, M-U-G-W-O-R-T. Prickle ash bark, prickle, P-R-I-C-K-L-Y, ash, A-S-H, bark. Make a note under that to study, make a note on your papers right now that you must study much about the prickle ash bark. Jesus used the prickle ash bark. The Hindus use it in many other parts of the earth. You're going to like this one. Wooden saw. W-O-O-D-S-O-R-R-E-L, wooden saw. I should tell you this, but I don't know if you ever will get it. Canadian snake root. That's Canadian, C-A-N-A-G-A, snake root. All right. All of you eat peas, don't you? Write down June peas. June peas. June peas. June pea. Yes, the same as it all. It's a June pea. The last plant that will be our supreme plant that will eliminate obesity completely, that will go along with the time of the changing of the time, which is under the dock family, D-O-C-K, dock family, D-O-C-K-F-A-M, that's the dock, will be mistletoe, chickweed, foxglove, fox, F-O-X-G-L-O-V-E, foxglove, lungwort, L-U-N-G-W-O-R-T, and bladder rock, B-L-A-D-D-E-R-W-O-R-T. Last will be one that I never talked about, and I hope you can find it and study it and keep your mouth shut about it. Liverwort, L-I-V-E-R-W-O-R-T, liverwort. The supreme plant during the time of 85 up until 1987 for women will be saffron, S-A-F-F-R-O-N. What is it? All right, that will be the women's herb. For the men during that time, the herb that they will use will be Oregon grapefruit. Oregon grapefruit. You who wish to dangle in other things and afraid to make a decision to move related to the changes of the element, then this is your herb. The blossom of the honeysuckle, basswood leaves, bass, like a bass fish, basswood, and mistletoe. All right? Now these herbs that you can be used for spiritual protection and drinking as a tea. Dr. Carver said, he speaks to that great man, that when times get bad, all dark people should return to the bushes. And as you return to the bushes, you should drink a tea of the rabbit grass. His other great tea was a great spiritual tea too. And it was the seed from the persimmon seed. How many of you ever seen a persimmon seed? All seeds, Dr. Carver said, holds the nourishment, holds the immune for their survival. See how the blessed bristle wibbles? It holds its color. All of them are simmering. I'm going to cut the heat down now and simmer. Then we're going to strain them. Then we're going to put the wax. And I want you to come and see yourself. Come and see the pot. See it. Look at it. Come up and walk around and look at it and keep circling. Come and look at it. You have never seen nothing like this. The plant is so powerful, they don't even wither under heat. Ain't that something? You were all here looking at me put it in, wasn't you? Has the plant withered away from there? Look at it. It ain't even withered itself. You were here when I put the green plant in there, didn't I? Ain't that something? You smell the aroma there? I put the plant in there all, and it have not withered down. That's something. Now, if you were right, you could put your whole hand in the pot and never get no burn. No pain. Don't laugh. Well, that's a high level that you see don't you smell the aroma of it? Look at it. When you hear when I put it in, it has not cooked away. Look at it. I want you this fall of the year to take you a sharp knife and stitch the needles and get you a rod and put it in your house. Don't you smell it now? Only what's left out of that pot is the devil's dawn, which is gums of acidity. Listen, if this breaks windows, what would it do to the human mind? A wife can put this into the bedroom, and it can change the occurrences of the man related to his wife. The man can fix it in the house, and he can find out if his wife is truly. It's an ointment. You slap glue, you slap jelly everywhere. See, to deal in protection, sometimes you don't carry things in the powder. You carry it in an ointment so nobody can never see it. Who would ever think going into a bank and rob the bank and ain't got no gun and get away with it? Don't laugh. Well, your wife have not been, you say you're a woman. You haven't been faithful to the husband. So he goes to see the medicine man of the tribe. You hadn't been run out with another boy down the road there and got under the bushes. That's natural too. But really you were not faithful to him. So he has a force and a spirit to find out why you are not faithful. See, dark people in the early times, they didn't go to no psychiatrist or crazy doctor. They consulted the root doctor, the spiritual. He was so bones and shaken in the valley, and they could tell. They know about stars. They don't have to go to Columbus University. The science is here. I use science every day dealing with people because these people have problems here that's beyond the book. You need some kind of science. You know, what they have is a deeper sickness within. That's heavy. When you got a deep sickness within, can't no modern medicine do you any good. You got to come back to this. What is that? To the bushes. This is called hot bush medicine. See, because you got these ointments, and you got them ready for today, not for tomorrow. See, you can't wait for the sun to rise. You got to be ready when the sun rises. See, in Egypt, they had the third eye. They called it Isis. They had all kinds. They prophesied things. People here, they don't care nothing about nothing. All they are interested in money. Yeah.
The Mason brothers, they have an apron, a white apron with the eyes. That's eye of Isis.
That's right. That is the sign of the billy goat sitting in the temple. But all the fraternities orders are not heavy enough in the Western world. This is why the Western world is declining. Because what kills the Western world is the sound of money. Money, greed, jealousy will destroy you. It would be better to take true knowledge and have no wealth in the world than to go. I told all of you to carry $50. Have you ever carried it? How many of you got 50? You never carried. Poor as I am. See, once you carry 50 after a full moon, I always carry $50 bill. I don't spend it on the nose. You was dying, you just die. That is look at the surge. Do you know the science of money? There's a 5 and old up there. What 500? What do the fifth house of dimension represent? All right here, look out here. You pause and the earthquake ain't gonna wait. What does 5 represent in the 12 houses of the zodiac? What? What do Virgo represents in the zodiac?
The one with the wheat cap.
Well, what do the wheat represent? A house of production. What's wrong with you folks? Y'all study every day here. What tea you drinking? Lipton tea? What are you drinking? This is where you look at this bill tonight. It says $50, don't it? How would you use this bill for your blessings tomorrow? All right. Production is what? A 5. All right, we have just had the eclipse in a full moon. All full moon eclipse bears 0. All right. Every week it's been a 0, ain't it? All right. Turn the 5 upside down. You got 004. 50, yes.
Lecturing at the corner of 5th Avenue, and I want you to put it 2 5s on the corner.
Go ahead, on me there. See the 4? What did you say? Repeat it.
This man has been taken lecture by Dr. Moore. We stayed on 5th Avenue, and I want you to put it in the corner. 2 5s.
2 5s. All right, then you put an alt in front of the 5. 0 5 5. Then you use your last judgment and turn it around. Figure that if you got one more thing to get a financial blessing, then you turn them around. And look out. Because everyone in here's mind is geared to the 5. This is mentally power within the forces. So see how the wind unceased already? 5 is heavy. See, I don't think y'all be listening to me. It takes heavy blessings to get heavy blessings. If you don't want nothing in life, you ain't going to get a goddamn thing. Some of you don't really want nothing. I don't think so. Here's a lady told me she gets sick. How can you get sick coming to a herbal class? She ain't drinking the tea. Listen, for every disease, there is a cure. Now we'll take it off the heat here, because the heat sterilizes.
Say you were going to sign a contract, right? And you want to get some big money. You were going to talk to the president.
You carry your protection ointment.
You put that on?
You bring these folks towards you. This ointment is not only used for protection, but to put stuff in your way. You got to know what to do with the roots. Now, if you're going to get money, you carry your few pennies. Few pennies, ain't it? If it can protect you, it can also bring things for you. If your husband, well, if you hurts now, you might want to get rid of him. Don't kill him, because sometimes if you're setting it up to kill the husband, you go. But it's good to stay with what you got, because you don't miss the bucket until the well goes dry. Amen. See, and in different countries, people usually put their little taboo in little baskets. This is a little hand basket from Peru. Why is it so important? Because it has a different vibration than American basket. Greater things, my brothers and sisters, don't come in big boxes. They come in little bitty boxes. You can carry this. You can't carry a Cadillac. It run out of gas, you done for. You can always carry your fortune in a basket. The fortune. Now, I want you to see here, I use the most simplest things, because great things, I could go down there and buy a nice pot. Shit, we don't need that. We're teaching survival, ain't that right? We took nothing and made something out, and it's going to work for you. You might even get a new job. Keep the one you got and get 2 or 3 more. This is an old sheet that the sister brought. She didn't have no useful for it. She wanted to call it up and give it to the Goodwill. She brought it to me, because I'm the Goodwill too. He said it's been in the family a long time. Now you see, the blessed crystal is still bubbling. The secret is not to get any of the herbs. Let's look at me doing it here. Oh, this is wonderful. Listen, all you need to do is make these kind of ointments, and you ain't got time to do nothing for nobody else. Talking about punch a clock. See how it is? All the substance in the herb and the roots are in the oil. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, this is wonderful. Look at it. Look how clear it is. But don't underestimate that clearness. Listen, when you put it up by your third eye, it'll knock you out. I want some of you to test it. You'll hear trumpets and everything. You don't wake me up. All right. Yeah, no. Listen, and I bet you won't nobody bother you neither, because it's been cooked. Wonderful. Now you look at it. Yes, that's why I told you to bring a jar. I want you to see it. Look at it there. Look at it, how it come up. Look at it. Yeah. See, look at it. Look at it. See it? Looks just like water. Natural color. Look at it. No odor about it. No odor, and it will not smell. It will not smell. Look at it. Look at it. See, it's as natural with the sheep. Now you just wait here. Yeah, you see the ointment that goes in here? The beeswax. Just watch. You're going to see something here. See, you don't have to go tomorrow. Look at it. See it? Made out of sunflower. Plant that faces the sun. See it? See? Run your hand under. It ain't going to hurt you. Yeah. Feel it. Feel the motions of it. Really, it's real hot. But it don't burn. Yeah, the bottle's under there. Get you one when you get it. All right. Now, don't get in front of the camera. Yeah, it works. It's got oil in it. That's all right. See it there? See how you do it? The sheet cuts all the leaves. Rub your head on your forehead with it while it's warm. Now you see what it is. See it there? This is an ointment. There's a towel. Rub your forehead with it. See it there? Heavy, ain't it? Sit down a few minutes. Yeah, but it's not nuts, though. That's the smell of it. Now you see the beeswax in it? Yeah, rub your forehead with it. Now, rub your forehead with it. All right, now, it'll be ready to pour up here in a few minutes. Now, this is a protection ointment. We use 3 ounces of beeswax to it, which gives it the white color, and the beeswax preserves it so that it don't wrinkle. Now, this is enough ointment here to kill up everybody in Holland and get them downtown as well. Now, you notice it was hot and you touched it, and you didn't get burned. Let me tell you about this ointment. Some of you might not need this for protection. You might need it for staying alive. This ointment is heavy. This is what I've tried to show you here tonight. We're glad the brother come to tape it, and you will be able to get this tape. So we're going to wrap it up on this tape so that you can be able to see this at home and learn to take this. And then we're going to pour up this ointment because we have a lot more in the pot so that everybody have a jar. Everybody got a jar? Well, maybe it's such a small congregation tonight you'll get a bigger jar. Now, I don't come out on emergencies. Don't rub this thing on your head if you don't know what you're doing. All right, we want to thank you, and we want to give the brother a hand for coming here to film this.